Hello, race fans, and welcome back to the More Freedom Series. Today we have traveled to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Las Vegas 80. This is going to be race number 22 in the More Freedom Series, Season 6. And we're past halfway. The season's winded down. We got like 14 races to go. So let's go through your current top 10 in points. Your points leader is now the 51 of AJM. Second's going to be the 61 of Chevy. Third will be the 122 of Adam Victor. Fourth will be the 67 of the Mini Checks. Fifth will be the 88 of NM. Also tied for fifth will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Seventh will be the 96 of Nico. Eighth will be the 13 of King of the Aces. Ninth will be the 799 of Mike Check. And running at your top 10 will be the 356 of Ice Cream Some Days. Check in on the team and chassis standings. Huge week last week for Aces to Zed Motorsports. They lead the way. Second's going to be MBR. Third will be TPRG. Fourth will be the Drop Bear Racing Team. And rounding out the top five will be Amish Buggy Racing. Chassis standings are Dodge, Toyota, and Chevy, with Dodge almost doubling up on Toyota. Of course, there are more Dodges in the field this year. That's a look at all things points here for the Las Vegas 80. They're getting the cars dialed in. Very patriotic stands here at Las Vegas, and I think it's about time, so let's go racing. As they get these cars fired up and out on the track, let's go through your starting top 10 today for the Las Vegas 80. Starting on the pole will be the 122 of Adam Victor, and on his outside, the 34 of Super Snake. Starting third will be the 77 of Zip, and on his outside, the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Starting fifth will be the 660 of Garrett Miller, and on his outside, the 28 of E-Doggy. Starting seventh will be the 25 of JTM, and on his outside, the 72 of Duchess. Starting ninth will be the 8 of Moon Bunny, and running at top 10 will be the 666 of Pistol Pete. That's a look at your starting top 10 today for the Las Vegas 80. This is going to be Adam Victor's second pole of the season, second pole of his career, so he is looking for a good day here for DM Motorworks. 77 of Zip, as a note here, is starting in the third position, as you see in the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. Zip has yet to lead a lap here in Season 6, so he is the only person left that has not led a lap. He is trying to get one led here today at Las Vegas. Great starting position for him. We'll see if he can get that done, but Adam about to take the green flag. We are waiting on that starter's decision. It is out, and we are underway here at Las Vegas. So Adam leads the way here for DM Motorworks. 34 Super Snake now working into the second position. He jumps down to the inside. He's going to try to lead lap number one. 77 of Zip is trying to get his first lap led of the season. Here comes the 25 of JTM trying to work to his back bumper. Leader on lap number one is going to be the 34 of Super Snake. Let's bring up that timing and scoring. As always, top 10 will be on your left. Favorite driver scrolling across the top as the 34 Super Snake leads the way. Now working into the second position. Looks like it is going to be the 77 of Zip. He's got some help back there by a Dodge teammate, the 50 of Canny May, as Nona Wrecker, the 23 of Fuller Than You, working into the picture here. Down to the bottom of the track goes at 50. The 77 of Zip slams the door here. We're going to see if Canny can work to the inside. She's got some help by the 25 of JTM. So JTM pushing that Cheerios Dodge around the track. He's going to say, no, let me work to the bottom of the track. He's got some help by his teammate there, the 88 of NM, and that beautiful Kraken rum livery. Right behind them is going to be TPRG owner, the 00 of Mudbone. So JTM takes over the second position here as the 34 of Super Snake leads the way at Las Vegas. The 88 of NM is trying to get around that 50 of Canny May. JTM works to the high side here as almost a bump by the 00 of Mudbone. Mudbone off the gas just a little bit, get that car straight. Don't want to take out the front of the field, as that could be very dangerous here at Las Vegas with 30 some odd cars running there behind them. So Mudbone now down to the inside of the 88 of NM here, as the 34 of Super Snake still leading the way. NM now into the third position. Here comes Super Snake's teammate and car owner, the 777 of Seabass. So Amish Buggy Racing pushing to the front of this field with the 50, the 777, and the 34. See the 44 Lil Vato teammate there working into the picture, as we see the 8 of Moon Bunny and the 356 of Ice Cream Some Days working together right now. Teammates in G3 Motorsports. Moon Bunny gets a little bit squirrely there. G3 to the bottom side with the help of the 44 of Lil Vato. Good look at the beautiful orange and black Dodge Challenger pace car, as we see lots of crazy action in the middle of the pack right now, as it is 3 wide for multiple rows here at Las Vegas, as the 29 a Wishbone Attack almost with a little bit of tap on the left rear of that 660 of Garrett Miller. We'll jump back through this field, see what is happening back here in the back of the pack, as it is just wild and crazy. As you see your points leader here at the back of the pack right now, as well as at 47 of Dash. Dash's teammate, the 122 of Adam Victor, up here to the front of the field. He's going to possibly lose that spot to the 50 of Candy May, as her teammate, the 34 Super Snake, still leading the way here at Las Vegas. So Candy May into the second position. Adam now into third. We see known record, the 23 of Fuller Than You. We got a caution flag, folks. Didn't notice it. Caution flag on the track. That looks like that's going to involve multiple drivers. We saw that kind of happen a little bit ago, as they're trying to get slowed down here. We saw some crazy shenanigans happening with the 29, the 660. So it looks like that involved both of those drivers, and possibly the 96 of Nico, the 420 of Queen of Hearts. Unfortunately, looks like she's going to be involved here. So another tough break here for the 420. Just a rough season so far for her. She has had amazing cars here and there, but just can't get it done on the track. Just not by her fault for the most part. So again, your leader is the 34 of Super Snake. Candy May into second right now. Super Snake started on the outside pole. Candy May started today's race back in 11th. As we see the 122 into the pits. So right side tires going on the 34 of Super Snake and the 122 of Adam Victor here. Looks like it's going to be a 4-tire stop for both of these drivers. 77 of Zip is finally into his pits. Tires on, fuel going in. Candy May down and away. The 34 Super Snake is down and away right now. He might be able, I think he's going to beat her out of the pits here. Well, let's them figure their lives out, and we will jump over and see what brought out this caution. Well, this caution is going to be brought out by contact between the 420 of Queen of Hearts and the 29 of Wishbone Attack. Queen, I spoke so highly there of her just being involved, but this time this contact is going to be initiated by the 420 of Queen of Hearts here. So let's see this happen. So out of the race as a result of that caution will be the 660 of Garrett Miller. We did see the 420, the 96, and the 29 involved in that wreck. Damage to all of those cars. We can see that. 29 has damage, the 96 has damage, 420 has damage. Looks like there is damage on the 12 of Zan as well. Not sure what happened. It must have been some shenanigans there. 95 has damage, the 11 has damage. We did see a pile-up coming into the caution flag. So damage on several drivers as we'll go through your current top 10. Your leader is the 34 of Super Snake. Second's going to be the 50 of Candy May. Third will be the 00 of Mudbone. Fourth will be the 23 of Fuller Than You. Fifth will be the 777 of Seabass. Sixth will be the 49 of Jetman. 7th will be the 122 of Adam Victor. 8th will be the 44 of Little Vato. 9th will be the 88 of NM. And now rounding out your top 10 will be the 799 of Mike Check. So the 61 of Chevy has now made his way up to the 11th position after starting today's race back in 34th, as we see damage on the 3 of Geek Girl Games. So we'll see if she can keep up here. Looks like we got 1 lap to go here till green. So Super Snake leads away here at Las Vegas. He is looking to better his season. He has 0 wins this year, a couple DNFs, 4 top 5s, 5 top 10s. So he is looking to definitely better his season, currently running 20th in the points. We saw the 50 of Candy May early going with multiple DNFs, and she has slowly worked herself up to 24th in points as the beautiful orange and black Dodge Challenger pace car is in, waiting on that starter's decision. We're going to see if Candy May can get the jump on the outside. Green flag is out. We're backing away. Candy May does get that jump on her teammate, the 34 of Super Snake. Super Snake's going to be moved along by the 00 of Mudbone and the help of his teammate and car owner, well, the Amish Buggy teammate for Super Snake, the 777 of Seabass. So Seabass working with a previous driver right now, the 00 of Mudbone, but, you know, all's fair in love and war here in the More Freedom Series as 777 of Seabass down to the bottom of the track. We're going to see if the old adage holds true that cautions breed cautions as they work down the backstretch here. Seabass trying to pull out to the lead of this race. Almost out of control there between himself and the 122 of Adam Victor. So Adam back out to the lead of this race, as Seabass now into the 2nd position. High above the speedway, we see how close the racing is here at Las Vegas. As Adam leads away, battle for the 2nd position between the 61 of Chevy and the 88 of NM. So Chevy is looking to take back over the top position in the points. He came in here about 50 points back from the 51 of AJM, so he is trying to take that position back here today, as AJM currently running. He is just having a rough day, back in 28th right now, as Seabass back out to the lead of the Twix Dodge for Amish Buggy Racing. His teammate, now the 34 of Super Snake, down to the inside of the track with the help now by the 544 of Frederick Winklebaum. Frederick in hot pursuit of the lead right here. As Frederick now down to the inside, a 3-wide battle for the 2nd position rages between the 122, the 34, and the 544. As the 8 of Moon Bunny now working in the picture with the help of the 44 of Lil Vato here. So Lil Vato, another Amish Buggy Racing driver, trying to work to the front of this field, as I'm not sure if the 61 of Chevy, what has happened here, but the 61 of Chevy slow on the track, folks. I am not sure what is going on. He is trying to work into the pits here. So what a job by the drivers back here in the pack, as the 61 of Chevy off the pace right now into the pits. Not sure if he has a tire going down. We're going to follow along with him here as we see what happens as he gets into his pit stall. Right side tire is going on the 61 here. And it looks like they may have just had a tire go down on the 61 of Chevy, and they're going to go ahead and change 4 tires here as the 777 of Seabass leads the way. As now the two Thunderbird cars into the second position. We got the 44 Lil Vato and the 49 of Jetman. So the youngest and the oldest in the field up here at the front. As Jetman now into the second position. Here comes the 8 of Moon Bunny. And again, quite the drive by these drivers here in the More Freedom Series, as they were able to get off the gas in front of or behind the 61 of Chevy and able to control their cars there, as that was a very precarious situation with the 61 of Chevy. Checking in on him, and it does show him as one lap down as of right now. I don't believe he is still in the pits, as I don't see, as we cycle through, we don't see him in the pits right now. So Chevy, again, one lap down now, as that was, I apologize, the announcer's curse for him. But Seabass leads the way. Now the 34 of Super Snake into the second position, or at least trying to get around that 8 of Moon Bunny. Here comes the 544, the 122, and the 25 now is trying to catch up here. As the 544, Frederick Winklebaum making it 3 wide. Seabass trying to come down, make that block, not able to do, I'm sorry, Super Snake trying to make that block, not able to do so. Here comes his son, the 44, Lil Vato, into the picture. He's going to work around to the inside. He's going to make it 3 wide with the 122 of Adam Victor. He's got the 49 of Jetman pushing him around the track right now here at Las Vegas. Closing in on the halfway point here at Las Vegas. 777 of Seabass leading the way. 44 Lil Vato now into the second position with the help of the 49 of Jetman. So Jetman pushing hard to the front of this field. He again won race number 1 of the season and has just had a rough go himself this year. Currently running back in 32nd in points, with Lil Vato back there in 35th, as it is now 3 wide battle for the lead of this race between the 49, the 44, and the 777. Seabass falling back on the high side. Jetman now out to the lead of this race. It is a 5, 7, 8 car breakaway up here at the front of the field right now. As checking in on that top 10, we see the 999 of Deviant has moved into 9th position, and the mini checks have moved into 10th. So the mini checks starting in the 33rd position, now worked up themselves up to the 10th spot, as the 49 of Jetman leading the way here at Las Vegas. We'll catch up to that 999 as we see him just out here on an island by himself. As we do see multiples of those teammates there. There's the 67 of the mini checks. We did see the 471 of Kung Fu Beer there, and the 300 of Resemble. So the Drop Bear Racing team trying to work to the front of this field here. So Moon Bunny now working to the low side on the 49 of Jetman with the help of the 544 as they down into turn 1. As a battle for, I've got a 3 wide battle back here between the 34, well, it was a 34, the 25, and the 122, as it's now a 3 wide battle between these drivers now, as Super Snake working to the bottom of the track, just super squirrely out here today in Las Vegas. But we now got a 3 wide battle for the lead, as a 544 Frederick Winklebaum puts that Dunkin' Donuts Dodge, Dunkin' Donuts Domino's Dodge for RP Racing out to the front of this field. His teammate, the 33 of Harvey Jones, currently runs in the 22nd position. So Frederick, let's check to see if Frederick has won a race this season. I think he has. He has got 1 win this year and 3 DNFs, so he is trying to get win number 2, move himself. Again, this is a huge battle for the points here in the second half, as there are so many drivers that have been very, very good this year, as we got pit stops happening here at Las Vegas. So Frederick into the pits for, I don't know if it's going to be the final time or not. We'll see who led at halfway, as it looks like The 799 of Mike Check and the 61 of Chevy. Well, Chevy is a lap down. He might get his lap. He's 2 laps down right now. So it looks like he's going to get 1 lap back here as we see some of those injured cars. The 96 of Nico is into the pits. So we're following along with the 544 of Frederick Winklebaum. He's taking right side tires. Looks like it's going to be a 4-tire stop for RP Racing on that Dunkin' Donuts Domino's Dodge here. 44 Lil Vato down and away. He's going to beat that 544 out of the pits as we follow him down pit road here. Here comes the 8 of Moon Bunny as well. So Lil Vato, the first out of the pits of those pitting right now, as Mike Check did take over the lead of the race. That's going to get his 2nd lap led of the day. Super Snake currently has led 11 laps here at Las Vegas as the most laps led. We'll see if he can get her done here as we'll follow along with that 799 of Mike Check. He technically, I believe, is ahead of all these drivers. So they're technically getting like their lap back from him right now. And we're going, well, I'm going to check in on that, but I think he is sort of like a lap ahead right now. We're going to follow along with him as we see all the drivers, all the cars making their way around the track right now. So this could be, and we remember from last week when we had that huge run by, well, there's the 44 Lil Vato. He's going to take over the lead of this race. And we remember from last week when we had the 12 of Zan and fuel mileage win last week. So thinking ahead, lap 32, 22 laps to go. Is Mike Check going to be able to pull? Oh, we might have a caution here, folks. We got, oh, goodness. Oh, goodness, folks. We got a caution on the track. We've got the 77 of Zip with major damage here. Little Vato slowing down here, but we've got the 77 of Zip with major damage. We got the 51 with damage. So it is a tough break for your points leader, as this is going to change everything, folks. 44 Lil Vato coming in, and Mike Check only has like 1 lap on his tires. We're going to see if he comes in as well or if he stays out. But Lil Vato into the pits right now. So we'll follow along with this beautiful Ranger Black Dodge Challenger pace car, see who, if Mike Check stays out or if he goes into the pits as well. Looks like everybody is pitting here. So Mike Check, even though he had pitted already, it looks like everybody's coming in and they're all going to get tires and fuel here. Right side tires for the 44 Lil Vato, going to be a 4-tire stop. Only a couple of laps on those tires. But hey, you know what? Mike Check, fuel only here. He's not going to beat the Lil Vato out again. Mike only had 1 lap on those tires, maybe not even a full lap. So he's going to come out of those pits. He's going to get all the fuel into that car. He's going to come out of the pits possibly in the 2nd position here. And let's see what brought out that caution. Well, this caution is going to be brought out by interesting contact between the 51 of AJM and the 77 of Zip here. And listen, I'm not saying there wasn't team orders, but watch this happen. Well, we'll see what that does for the 51 of AJM. The 61 of Chevy, I believe, is going to be back on the lead lap possibly here. So just 2 cars involved. Actually, the 3 of Geek Girl Games was involved in that, but the 51 of AJM, the 77 of Zip. So very interesting by the 77 of Zip playing Chemo the Assassin right there on the 51 of AJM to get the 61 of Chevy back onto the lead lap there. So let's go through your current top 10. Your leader is a 44 Lil Vato. Second's going to be the 799 of Mike Check. Again, remember, Mike Check 1 lap on those tires. He actually just came in for fuel only here. Third's going to be the 999 of Deviant. Fourth will be the 8 of Moon Bunny. Fifth will be the 122 of Adam Victor. Sixth will be the 67 of Mini Check. Seventh will be the 300 of Resemble. Eighth will be the 777 of Seabass. Ninth will be the 49 of Jetman. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 72 of Duchess. So almost, oh no, Duchess is on the tail end of the lead lap here. So rounding out your top 10 is actually going to be the 471 of Kung Fu Beer as we got the 1 to go. Duchess was actually a lap down there. So she's going to fall all the way to the back of the pack. So pretty much, is that every Drop Bear Racing Team driver in the top 10? We've got the 799, the 999, the 300, the 471, and the 67. So all the Drop Bear Racing Team currently running in the top 10 here. Could be an amazing day here for the Drop Bear Racing Team. We're going to find out. They're gambling here at Las Vegas on winning this race. What's starting to happen right here in turn 3. We'll see if Mike Check, who possibly could go to the end of this race, can get a good jump on the 44 Lil Vato here. He's got his teammate and kids back here in the 67 of the Mini Checks looking for race win number 4 of their career and here in the season. They're waiting on that starter's decision, hopefully for the final time here at Las Vegas. The green flag is out. We're back underway here at Las Vegas. A little bit of jump by the 799 of Mike Check here. So he's going to get that jump, but I don't think he's going to be able to make it stick on the 44 of Lil Vato, as he is going to get mired in a 3-wide battle between himself, the 999, and the 122. So 3-wide battle for the second position, the 300 of Resemble. Wow, working down to the bottom of the track. Adam Victor almost bounces it off the 999 as Resemble now down to the bottom. 122 of Adam Victor going to get out to the front of this field now. We're going to see if Resemble can put the hammer down here in the Dr. Pepper Toyota. So Resemble going to work down to the inside on the 122 of Adam Victor. Down to the bottom of the track he goes. Resemble with the hammer down here. He is going to lead that lap. I believe that will be his first lap led of the day, as the 88 of NM works down to the inside now on the 777 of Seabass. He's now into the third spot. He's going to help that 122 of Adam Victor to the front of this field, as we see the 544 of Frederick Winklebaum working with his teammate, the 33 of Harvey Jones here. So teammates for RP Racing trying to make their way to the front of the field, as the Kraken Dodge for MBR now out to the front of this field. Here comes that 777 of Seabass. So lots of moving and shaking here today at Las Vegas, as we're going to see who can make it to the end of this race, or if there's going to be more pit stops happen, or if this not technically a late race caution can seal the deal for anybody. Again, the 544 and the 33 hooked up now to the bottom of the track, as Frederick is trying to get underneath that 122 of Adam Victor, as the 33 of Harvey Jones is like, listen, bro, like, hurry it up, man. Well, he's going to get caught 3 wide with the 999 of Deviant, and now the 44 of Lil Vato here. So Deviant down to the inside of the 44 of Lil Vato. They're going to push the 33 of Harvey Jones back. The 8 of Moon Bunny coming up now. Here comes the 471 of Kung Fu Beer now. So KFB back here in the More Freedom Series, trying to get to the top 10, possibly win a race, as Deviant is having listen, Deviant has had some great seasons, just a rough one this year. So we're going to see what he can do in the second half, as 122 of Adam Victor now out to the lead of this race. 88 of NM right there in the Kraken Dodge, falling back into the clutches of the 544. He's going to do a crossover move here on the 122 of Adam Victor down to the inside, pushes it all the way to the bottom of the track. Adam's going to get a good run off the turn here onto the front stretch. We're going to see if the 544 helps. He does not. He works down to the inside. So Frederick is trying to take away the second position from the 88 of NM as your pole sitter. The 122 of Adam Victor leads away in the waning stages of this race here at Las Vegas. We're going to have about 10 laps to go now. So Frederick now into the second position. Here comes a 00 of Mudbone. He is going to try to work up to the front of this field. So we're going to see if the gamble with Mike Check is going to pay off here at the end of this race, if he's going to be able to make it the distance, if there's going to have any other pit stops. Now as a 544, Frederick Winklebaum working down to the inside of the 122 of Adam Victor. I feel like that low line here now at Las Vegas is getting super greasy, and they are struggling for grip down there in the bottom as Mudbone is pushing the 544 Frederick Winklebaum around this track. So Mudbone started today's race back in 19th position, and he is trying right now to take over the lead from the 544 Frederick Winklebaum. As the 88 of NM, we're going to see if he works down to the bottom of the track. So Mudbone now out to the lead of this race here at Las Vegas with the help of the 88 of NM right now. So NM and Mudbone working together right here. Teammates for Dodge, not teammates on the track, but they are working together right now to the front of this field as NM is trying to get another win as well. So Mudbone, he does have a win in the IROC series this year. Let's check in to see if he has had a win this season in the More Freedom series. No win as of right now, so he is trying to get his first win of the season. Adam Victor is trying to get, what is it, like his second or third now. He's trying to get his second win of the season. He's actually trying to push himself out to the lead of the points as a 51 of AJM, again, involved in the chemo assassin on him by the 77 of Zip, has fallen back. He is currently in some position on the track. But the 122 of Adam Victor now leading this race as the 300 of Resemble down to the inside. He gets the door slammed on him by the 122. So the waning stages here at Las Vegas. We're going to have about 5 laps to go with the 300 of Resemble into the second position. Leader back out on the track is the 122 of Adam Victor. So with under 5 to go, we're going to see if anybody's going to have to make a pit stop before the end of this race, or if we are good to go all the way to the end. As the 44 Lil Vato is going to nudge the 88 of NM up there. So Lil Vato trying to get a win for his first win of his career as a 300 of Resemble, now out to the lead of this race. Here comes that 44 with the help of the 34 of Super Snake, who has led the most laps here today. As of right now, very close between himself and the 122 of Adam Victor. So Resemble trying his darndest right now to pull out to the lead of this race. He is got about a half a car length. He's going to lead this lap. He actually led last lap as well, so he is out to the lead of the race. Here comes the 34 of Super Snake. Crossover move by the 122 of Adam Victor here. Resemble slams the door. So Adam now down to the bottom of the track. Here comes the 34 of Super Snake. He works to the high line. 544 Frederick Winklebaum as the 61 of Chevy now into the picture here at Las Vegas. So we have pit stops happening. We're going to get 2 laps to go here, folks. 2 laps to go. Pit stops are happening here at Las Vegas. We're going to see if Adam Victor is able to make it to the end of this race with pit stops happening right now on the track. We're going to get the white flag, 1 lap to go. 61 of Chevy is desperately trying to push out to the lead of this race. It looks like the 122 is going to take the white flag. The 61 of Chevy now into the second position. Not a teammate. The 88 of NM working down to the bottom of the track here. He's pushing that 61 of Chevy out to the front of this field as the 61 of Chevy could take over the lead, the points lead here as the 88 of NM down to the bottom of the track. Final corner here for the 61, the 88. The 88 out to the lead. It is going to be the 88 of NM pulling out a win here today at Las Vegas. Oh goodness, what a final lap here at Las Vegas as the 88 of NM by 0.06 wins over the 61 of Chevy and a tenth of a second over the 122 of Adam Victor. Let's go through your finishing order. Again, your winner is the 88 of NM. Second's going to be the 61 of Chevy. Third will be the 122 of Adam Victor. Fourth will be the 544 of Frederick Winklebaum. Fifth will be the 34 of Super Snake. Sixth will be the 44 of Little Vato. Seventh will be Known Wrecker of the 23 of Fuller Than You. Eighth will be the 777 of Seabass. Ninth will be the 00 of Mudbone. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 300 of Resemble. So Resemble goes from like first to 10th there. 51 of AJM actually going to finish back in 28th. Just checking in on that. Next week, goodness, we head to the big track. We head over to Daytona next week. That is going to be a wild, exciting race next week at Daytona. I am looking forward to that. Plate tracks are always great. I know TPRG could, they are super at those plate tracks, so we'll see what they've got next week. Let's check in on those all-important point standings as you're going to be seeing who is currently leading the way. Could be Chevy, could be somebody else, but you're seeing who's leading the way here. Very exciting race here today at Las Vegas. Checking in on those team and chassis standings. MBR gets the win, so you're seeing the team and chassis standings here. Wow, what a race today here at Las Vegas. There was ups and downs, highs and lows as the 88 of NM on the final lap comes out and wins the race. Skunks Chevy in his bid after Chemo the Assassin, the 77 of Zip in the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, takes out the points leader. So NM comes out for MBR, wins the race today here at Las Vegas. And listen, if it can't get any better, we head to Daytona next week, and it could be wild and crazy. So hopefully you come back for that. And until then, take care.